December to remember, day 6. Okay, I'm actually gonna make this video short. I sometimes say that and then I'll like talk for like an hour. You know, I was thinking earlier today, not that long ago, how my Decembers to remember in the mornings are like super like, and then in evenings it's like serious. So I wanted to, I'm gonna have more opportunities to do them in the morning here in a minute, because we have some news happening, but I'm not gonna dig into that right now. Today I was listening to Exponential Wealth. So again, December to remember is a month where I am stating I want to make $1 million in 1 month, and that could be the month of December, but I don't care if it is or isn't. It's all about the journey, and I've said that from the beginning, and it was so funny because Melanie said that today in an exponential call that I was listening to. So anyway, December to remember to me is about, you know, calling in and stating that I want to make $1 million in a month. I don't feel like it's that far for me. I generally make 100,000 in a month. So $1 million is like 10xing that. But for me, it's so much more about the journey of what I am, how I'm growing, how I'm experiencing, what I'm doing in life. And by the way, I'm in a hotel bathroom, just so you understand like the context of my situation. But I am going to make this actually quick because I have a hot bath filling up the tub right now, and having a hot bath is the most amazing thing in the world for me. And I needed one, and I had to pick up someone from the airport early tomorrow morning anyway. So it was like perfect time. I'm like, I'm just going to get a hotel with a hot bath because we don't have a big hot bath at home. So I am going to make this short so that I can get in the bath. But one of the things, so again, December to remember, all about calling in, $1 million month, letting the universe know I'm ready for that, which means I am ready for the lessons, the growth, whatever it is that is required of me to become an energetic match for $1 million month. So whether it actually is this month, or it's next month, or 6 months from now, or a year from now, I'm just drawing my line in the sand to say I'm ready to reach that level of energy, that frequency of $1 million in 1 month. And December to remember has become so much more about my own personal learning and growth, and being super real and authentic and vulnerable with everybody, so that you guys can see, you know, what it looks like behind the scenes of what it is that I do. But in the Exponential Wealth program that I was listening to today, Melanie said, oh my God, one of the most amazing, sad things, because as women, this is a common thing. But it's so empowering when we hear it and we understand it, and then we can take back our power. And no one can take our power from us. They just help us forget that we have it. But one of the things that she had talked about was when women make money and then they quickly will spend the money or not keep the money. One of the biggest reasons this happens is because as women, and it's not to say this doesn't happen to men too, but as women, you know, men take things from us. So if we have been, you know, molested, assaulted, raped, if there was a time where someone took what, again, no one can actually take our power, but they can make us forget it. We will spend our money so that no one can take it from us. Like the pressure of holding on to money with the thought that someone could take this from me causes women to want to spend their money before it can really sit and be in their bank account. And for me, I honestly think that could be definitely one of the reasons why it's been hard for me to hold on to the money that I've made. And hearing her say that, and even Shamina had said this at the event. There was a woman, and I'm sure she's going to be watching. Hello. There was a woman at the event who had expressed the same thing, that she had an experience where, you know, I don't know the exact situation. It was funny because I think she said it happened in junior high, which is the same time for me. But she had experienced, you know, a situation in which she was molested, assaulted, raped. I don't know to what degree, but it really doesn't matter. It's, and this feeling of like things people can take from me, people can take my power. Money just represents power. Sex is power. And so when somebody comes and they take it without our permission, if they take our sex from us without our permission, if they take that, if they're going after that power that we have within us, and then we have money, and we have this fear that someone can take it from us. And Shamina had said that same thing, until you rewrite your story that somebody can't take this from you anymore, you're going to continually, struggle. And so when Melanie had said it, it was just like, bah, like it just hit like a ton of bricks, but it was also incredibly freeing to like understand, why we have this pattern. And why it's because it's like a survival mechanism. It's a way of surviving, making sure the money is out of my wallet, making sure the money is out of my bank account so that nobody can attempt to take it from me. And we're trying to relieve the pressure of that. That was like crazy, like the thought of that and understanding that. The other thing that she had talked about that was very impactful to me was doing God's work. And she had talked about how as a young girl, her family had come to her and was like, we need money, and we know that you have some money in the bank account and we need money. And so from a very young age, her family was needing her money. And that happened with me too as well. In fact, it was one of the most recent experiences I had in RTT, where there were times where, my family was low on money and I had money, and I would buy my family Whoppers because they were 99 cents and that's what we would eat. And, Melanie had talked about, like you can look at that story as your parents taking from you, but you can also see it as you are doing God's work on the planet. You are providing for your family, and you remember that God is the ultimate provider, that you're not the one actually being the provider. You're being provided for by God. You're just the channel for it. You're just the mechanism for it. And that really resonated with me because I am taking care of my family. And there's like this, especially when my grandpa died, it was like I received this gift, this power, but also this weight of like, the family is now my responsibility. Like I felt that after my grandpa died. And I've taken that on, and I'm like, I want to be able to take care and provide for my family. And I've been doing that, with my business in different ways, taking care and providing for my family. And the way that she reframed it, instead of, because honestly at the event, when I went to Shamina's event, she had said I had no money boundaries, which was true. And that I was, how did she phrase it? Enabling certain family members. And I can see how that can be true from one perspective. But with reframing it, that I am doing God's work, and I really truly feel that I am here to take care of my family, it shifted everything. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is massively huge shift. So I'm going to like rewatch this and process this even further. Like these are things that just landed for me today, listening to her audio today. And I still haven't even like really dug into them. But part of digging into them is speaking about them. So I'm going to dig into it even further. I'm going to journal about it. I'm going to write about it. One, how women like to spend our money so that nobody can take it from us, because people have taken things from us before, especially within our sex. And money is just another form of power. Sex is a form of power. And again, no one can really truly take it from you. They just make you forget that you have it. and they're scared of it. Doing God's work, when you are the provider for your family, you're doing God's work on the planet, and He is the ultimate provider. And Melanie likes to talk about how God writes your paychecks. Like I'm not really truly being paid by the people on the planet. I'm being paid by God, and to like really lean on that. And so I'm going to dig into that further. Day 6, 7, 5 of December to remember. I don't know what it is. And again, I'm going to try to go early in the day because I feel like I definitely have a different energy in the mornings. And like I said, I'm in a hotel tonight. I'm going to go take a hot bath, which is one of my most amazing things ever. And I've also just been really, really, really grateful for my life, to really think about how I've just had nothing but time with my baby since she's been born. Like I have been able to almost exclusively focus on my baby since she's been born. That's been where I've spent my time. And while I, yes, desire to grow my business and create and do these things, that will come with time. we'll be able to focus on those things. But these first few years of my baby's life are gonna be by so quick, so fast. She's already so big. She's already spitting out all these words. Last December, she was like shaky on four legs. She was on her hands and her knees, like trying to crawl. And I remember like the whole month of December, I'm like, it's gonna happen this month. And it ended up happening short, like crawling did happen. It happened within the month of December. Yes, crawling for her. So a year now, she's freaking running, right? She's running, she's crawling all over things. She climbs on top of the table all the time. Like she's always just like all over the place, everywhere. And to see like how quickly she's growing and how fast it is, you know, and to be able to know that I've had nothing but time with her since she's been born has been so freaking awesome. And I'm going to be able to look back on the years that I've had with her, and it won't be, oh, I didn't get to write a book. It was, I got to spend every minute with my baby, and that was so magical and so amazing. And it has been. I think there's just a part of me that's like, I do desire to create and do other things. So it's not coming from a space of, you know, like there gets to be a balance. Like we don't have to be 100% our children all the time. One, we can't be. But to be able to really cherish that I've had that time, and, you know, looking forward to times in which I can write, I can create, I can do what it is that I want to do. But in the meantime, having had these most precious years with her, because I've heard it a few different times. You've got the first 3 years of their life, and if you can get the first 3 years right, like everything else is set, you don't have to fight against anything and struggle. So she is just getting pure love these first 3 years of her life, and that is so freaking amazing. She's never had to go to daycare. You know, like we haven't had to send her away. We haven't had to, you know, be away from her. We get to have her at home all the time. And I so freaking cherish that. I get to be at home. David gets to be at home. We're taking care of ourselves. We're taking care of family. Like I can't ask for better than that. And it's been freaking amazing. And yeah, so that's been a huge, like coming back to ground zero of gratitude, of what a freaking amazing life I live. What a freaking amazing, you know, business that I have, that I'm able to spend all this time with my baby within the first few years of her life, which are so freaking magical. Both David and I get to be at home to make that happen. And I'm so grateful for that. So I'm going to go check my bath because it's filling up. I love you all. Have an amazing day, night, morning if you watch this the next day. And and again, check on the YouTube channels if you ever want to watch a replay. I eventually will get them uploaded on there. And they're always easier to come back to if you want to watch again and again. And drop a comment about, and I know, I think Gabby, you had just messaged me. I think you have to be a friend to comment. I'm not sure, but I'll check your message. But drop a comment, let me know, you know, what any topics you want to hear about, anything you want to talk to me about. I would love to do that. And eventually here in a minute soon, once I do have some support and help with the baby, I want to go live, and I want to be able to talk with you guys and do some like readings and practice my what is it called? It's not cognizant. It's claircognizant. Claircognizant is like a psychic power of being able to just receive the knowing that a person needs to hear. And so even though I don't quite understand exactly where the answer is coming from, or I have no logical attachment to it, I say things people need to hear. And so I want to do live readings where people come on, ask me a question, and I provide them with the clear knowing that it is that they need. So I'm excited to do that too. So I love you all. Have an amazing night. And I'm going to continue to ponder my things that I just talked about today, because again, they just landed for me today, just listening to Melanie today. And I got to marinate on them. And let me know if you have any comments or any questions, or if you want to discuss this further. I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. So I love you all. Have an amazing night. Bye.